Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. I am on a quest to do some quests. First quest, starting here at Duke Horatio, Rune Mysteries. We get an air talisman, and are told to go to the Wizard's Tower. We are going to triple up on our visit to the Wizard's Tower by also heading over and starting another quest that goes that way, which is Restless Ghost. The third thing we're going to do there is complete this first step of this beginner clue scroll. Speaking to Cedrador. But before we can get over there, we need to go get the Ghost Speak amulet, which I suppose will be our necklace slot item for a while here. We don't have anything else that goes there, so might as well. We can, of course, drop it if we need to. But for the time being, we should be okay. I also have a hammer for later. And dropped a few cakes, because we're going to need a little bit of inventory space here. We are so very close to the Wizard's Tower. But we need to head back to Lumbridge first with the amulet. I'm not going to burn our Lumbridge teleport right now, because we are very close still. That comes later. And here is the ghost in question. Restless, as he may be. He is impressed with our Ghost Speak amulet, and we offer to help him out here. His skull was stolen, and is now in the basement of the Wizard's Tower, along with the mage we need to talk to about an air talisman, and the same mage we need to talk to about a clue scroll. The basement of the Wizard's Tower is a happening place today. You really have to question what these wizards are up to down here. We got the ghost's skull and a skeleton attacks, but we literally just walk away from the skeleton. Not much of a threat. And here's Cedrador. Completing our clue scroll first, and then after that, we can show him this air talisman. He's very impressed, and we'll help him out some more by heading to Varrock. The mysteries of rune crafting are being unraveled here, so that's pretty neat. But our next step for the clue scroll goes to Al-Kharid, which is not exactly on the path that I was going to be taking today. Well, that's okay. Next step, stuff in Draenor Village. Quickly went and grabbed some onions over at Fred's farm, which we're bringing over here to make a yellow dye. One of the 3 dyes we're going to need here. But since we had the onions nearby, got that done on this round. Next thing we're doing here in Draenor is trading Django and getting the Chronicle. And let's get, oh, I don't know, 3 cards. That'd be good for now. These give us teleports to Varrock, which is the first teleport we have It's got less stats than a wooden shield, but honestly a wooden shield doesn't have much stats in the first place, so I'm not too worried about it. A teleport out will be more useful than a wooden shield, just in general. Don't think this works in the wilderness, but we are not going to the wilderness, so that's not a huge problem. So if we get into any sticky situations, we can go to Varrock, which is not exactly the best place to be, but it doesn't really matter since we don't have a bank anyways, so just wherever is not things killing me, I can accept. And lastly, while we are here, we're starting the Vampire Slayer quest. He wants me to go to Varrock, which is convenient, because we also need to go to Varrock for another thing. First, let's grab some garlic. That'll be useful for the vampire, of course. I think next, we're heading to Falador. Just need to pick up some woad leaves over here from Wyson. I'm willing to pay 20 coins, so I get them for 10 each. Now we can use our first Chronicle teleport. And it's conveniently located right where we need to be. Right in town, at the Blue Moon Inn. We need to talk to Dr. Harlow. But I know he's going to want a beer. So I'll buy one for 2 coins. Nice and easy. His friend is in danger from a vampire, but he still wants his drink first. But now we know everything we need. Garlic, a hammer, and a special vampire hunting stake, which has the description, a very pointy stick. I mean, I guess. We just ran past the Dark Wizards. Not a care in the world. Because we are strong. Well, relatively strong. Strong enough. Strong enough. Now we've got the red berries that we need. So we can return to Lumbridge. I forgot to talk to Arbery, so I had to come back to Varrock. We have a package for you. And he's finished looking at it. Unlike some quests, where it takes them a minute or two to look at the thing, at least this one's nice enough to just hand over the next part immediately. And while we're here, I think I want to buy some more air runes. We've been getting the free packs of air runes from the mage trainer in Lumbridge, but they give the same amount of air and mind runes. So that means we are slowly falling behind on the amount of fire strikes we could actually cast. So there we go. Now we can fire them all off. Fantastic. Also, I got a gold necklace from a random event. So that's pretty fancy. Since we're not going to be teleporting back to Lumbridge right now, I guess we will go and continue the beginner clue here. So, side trip to Al-Kharid. Let's see if this will be a 2-step clue. Not so lucky. We need to talk to a guy in Barbarian Village. Okay. Well, that's fine. We'll get there. Eventually. Now back to Lumbridge to continue what I was trying to do. Finishing our first quest here. Returning the Ghost Skull. Gives us this fun little cutscene. Where the ghost just goes and lives in the river now. Okay. Well, that is 1,125 prayer XP. Level 15. We already had quite a few prayer levels previously from all the chicken slaying. Well, that's some more. That's nice. Now we return to the Wizard's Tower, as we have the finished research notes. Zedrador, I'm back. And we have all the answers. Now we know how to rune crafting. And to get to the rune essence, which is also useful. We've got this air talisman now in our inventory. So, technically, we should probably do some rune crafting before we drop that. That'd be difficult. We might not do that. I'll keep it for now. But when we need more inventory space, I will probably get rid of that. I don't have really any intentions of training runecrafting quite yet. But we will see what the plans are. For now, it's not hurting me to keep this. So we'll keep it. But now, since we're back here, we've got a vampire to slay. This inventory is a bit of a mess for a boss battle. But we have Fire Strike, and Count Draenor is level 34. So I think we'll be fine. Pew. Pew. We're not getting the full magic experience for this, unfortunately. But we'll be able to finish this without much problem whatsoever. Hey, we got a magic level there still. So that's fun. Bonk. 4,825 attack XP. Level of 33. Neat. I guess we could have done what we were trying to do and drain our village first before we came here. That's okay. I'm gonna eat a cake. Staying at max HP is probably a good idea. Hardcore and all that. But now, back to Draenor. Back to Aggie. Using our red berries for a red dye, and the woad leaves for a blue dye. That's all the dyes we need for Goblin Diplomacy. Now we just need to run all the way to the Goblin Village. But that's fine. On the way there, though, figured we'd come over and finish this beginner clue scroll. And our amazing reward is a Staff of Air. That's actually not bad. That should have some pretty good resale value over in Varrock. We could just walk to Varrock now and sell it. I don't know if I'll be coming back to Varrock particularly soon. And it's got to wait. And some inventory space. Yeah. Should be able to sell this for a decent price, since the staff shop is a specialty shop. Might get like high alk for it or something. At any rate, that's free money. Because if we're going to use magic, we're going to be using the Staff of Fire. That just saves us more runes. Just makes sense. Boy, we're sure doing a bad job of going to Goblin Village. That's okay. I could use the money at this point too, so. Zaff. 800 coins. And elk price is not viewable in that screen. 900. That's still pretty good. Have a Staff of Air. Now I think I'm going to sell the gold necklace. It's kind of something I would want to keep around for a little bit here. There is a beginner stash that requires a gold necklace. But to get that, we need 12 construction. But there's also the mini quest here that gives construction XP. So I think I'm gonna hold it for now. Got some plans. So now, I'm actually going to Goblin Village. Fun fact, you can actually grab all of the goblin mail that you need for the Goblin Diplomacy quest just in crates around the village. Don't need to go get them as drops. Don't need to source them in any other way you could if you weren't an Iron Man. They're just all here. And then you get a blue one, an orange one, and a brown one. You are good to go. Solving this goblin armor color problem they're having. Takes a few tries, but we get there in the end. They decided to go back to brown armor. Not green, not red, not blue or orange, just regular old brown. So all the problems were unnecessary in the first place. But we get 200 crafting XP, and 5 quest points, and a gold bar, and 3 crafting. All good stuff. Don't need this garlic anymore. Or this hammer. Want to keep a gold bar? For now. For now. And now, with those quests out of the way, and those other quests completed at the same time because we were going to the same areas, we can get to the Lost Tribe. We need 13 thieving, and we're going to need a light source. So I'm going to do another trip by boat. I guess we could go this way. We go around Wolf Mountain. Maybe a new fishing contest. Nah. Fishing contest later. I don't want to have to come back to Wolf Mountain right then. I guess we could do it and then just, I was going to say, we could do the quest and then turn in the last parts of it later. But that involves items in our inventory for extended periods of time, and that's not something we want to do right now. So we will just head over to Catherby, and while we have plenty of stats and such to just walk straight through the middle of this mountain, I'm just going to take the slightly longer path that goes all the way around and has like 2 wolves on it total. Recharge some run energy. That's fine. But I need to get to Catherby. And then I guess we could just get the experience there. We don't need to go steal cakes for this. Thieving levels. To Catherby. There's the 13 thieving I needed. Just from this random man in Catherby. My stealing ways will never end, apparently. I'm trying to trade and get a tinderbox here. Anyways. Also, we need to trade the candle maker here. Get a candle for 3 coins in Catherby here, instead of 1,000 coins. So, that's clearly the better choice. I think I'll get a rope and a charter ship here, just to open up another option. 45 coins? Yeah, that's really close to Draenor. I can get that for like 15. Never mind then. Instead, head into Lumbridge to start the next quest. Starting off here at Sigmund, just asking random people for quests. He explains we need to investigate the cellar and ask people around town about it to figure out what is going on. So we will do just that. Hans said that he saw a goblin in the cellar. So now I have to talk to the Duke, which is also outside. We're going to continue to have him locked out of his room. No, the door's stuck. The anti-griefing mechanics, stopping me from griefing the NPCs. I think that means that this man is now the Duke, since he's inside the Duke's bedroom. And the Duke's living in the hallway. Either way, we report the information about the goblin in the cellar. And now we get to investigate. And that is why we have our pickaxe. I mean, we have our pickaxe because we are an ultimate Iron Man and dropping things and having everything in our inventory. But the pickaxe is here for the quest, too. Bust open this wall. Find a tunnel. Go through the tunnel. Check out a cool symbol on the ground. And take a brooch. An infinitely spawning brooch. An infinite pile of brooches. Fantastic. Fancy. And this is all the information we need to start figuring out what is actually going on here. Bring the brooch back to the Duke, and he will recommend that we figure out how a goblin would come into possession of such a thing. Sigmund thinks it's stolen. But we don't know that for sure. We're going to figure this out by heading to Varrock. And I do have the Chronicle, but that costs money. And Lumbridge is close enough to Varrock, so we're just going to walk there. That's fine. Once we have more money, I can start getting flippant with my teleport charges, but not quite yet. Not quite yet. And we are walking. Reldo recommended this book here, A History of the Goblin Race. It's got a fancy bookmark there. A lot of cool lore about early goblin tribes. And here we have the symbol that's on the brooch. The Dorgeshan tribe looks just like the symbol that I found. Yes, thank you, me. We're figuring this out. So now, we're going to go ask the goblin generals in Goblin Village if they know anything about these Dorgeshan. The generals explained that the Dorgashun are the lost tribe. Name drop. And they taught me some new emotes. We've got Goblin Bow. And Goblin Salute. Amazing. And now we get to walk back to Lumbridge, because we have 14 minutes left on the Lumbridge home teleport. Fantastic. Fantastic. I swear, once we have teleportation, it's always a good time when you have teleportation. But of course we have quite a few things in our way to doing that, but we will get there. Just not yet. Walk into Lumbridge. A bit of careful navigation through these caves here, so as to not explode. We have made it to the Cave Goblin Mines. Being the nice fellow we are, we've got the Goblin Bow, and Mistag trusts us a little bit. Enough to talk to us, at least. They accidentally went into the tunnels. To the Lumbridge castle basement. So now, we are off to set things right. And also, we've got a hole here that we can mine through. So now we can have access to the Lumbridge Swamp Caves. Oh boy. I still might want to get a rope to open up the other side, so we can go down there. But either way, we've got access to the caves now, so that's something. Now, we can head back to the Duke and explain what's actually going on here. And he is still outside his bedroom, just chilling. Door's closed again. Fantastic. But that guy left. I guess he couldn't handle the pressure of being the Duke. I met the cave goblins, and everything's fine. Sigmund disagrees. Sigmund disagrees about a lot of things. But apparently, some silverware has gone missing. So we need to take care of that. I'm sure the silverware is in a perfectly reasonable location. The goblins denied taking the silverware. So we're going to investigate Sigmund a little bit here. By stealing. And that is what the thieving requirement for this quest is for. We found some ham robes. So Sigmund is a member of the Humans Against Monsters cult. Duke Ratio, what do you think about this? It doesn't prove anything. So we need to go and get the proof ourselves. From in the ham cult hideout. Typically, you would keep these ham robes for future quests. But we're not really at the point where we could store them. Also, full set to take it back out, need another full set. We're going to have to drop these, which is unfortunate. But that's just how things be. In the Ultimate Iron Man game mode. At least before you get a lot of storage options available. Right here in this crate, we found the silverware. These ham guys really did a poor job of hiding these stolen goods. They're just literally sitting in the first room. Shameful. I'm gonna wear the ham robes. They're not gonna help much. I mean, that's more defense than not having anything on, I guess. But if we really need defense, we would get the ultimate Iron Man armor. But hey, that's fine. I guess we could also sell these for a little bit. That's probably what we'll end up doing. Also, I'm taking this free mind rune. Yoink. I've joined the ham group. And I found the silverware. Sigmund gets fired. Bye, Sigmund. Bye. And now, we can get peace with the cave goblins. So that is fantastic news for everybody involved. Also, a little bit ago, we got a lamp, which I'm going to put on smithing. 310 smithing XP. Very cool. I really need to get Herblore unlocked, so I can put lamps into that instead. Even if it be level 1 Herblore. Herblore is still very suboptimal of a skill to train. But here we go. Peace treaty. We did it. We're wearing the ham robes, which is pretty suspicious. But it's okay. Everybody's having a swell time. Making peace. Everything's great. There will be no future problems. I'm sure of it. 3,000 mining XP. Access to the Dorgshan mines. 1 quest point. And the real star of the show. A ring of life. 26 mining. With this bad boy on, we have a real chance of saving the hardcore status. Now, with our current life, something would need to hit us down to either 1 or 2 hit points, which isn't the most likely thing to happen. But it's also not the impossibility, I guess. There is a chance. And honestly, every chance we can take is worth it when you only have 1 life. So now we have a variety of options here. We can teleport away. We can get saved by the skin of our teeth. We can sell some ham robes and a gold bar. Not the gold ring, though. That is going to be coming up later. Can we grab some more runes since we're here? Nice. Never going to say no to some free runes. Well, at least until we have an actual money-making method. Then we'll probably say no, because that's really not a lot of money. But anyways, we've got possibilities to save ourselves, which is exactly what you want to have on a hardcore account. Stats are looking pretty nice. Again, still just this top area and this row here are obviously our best skills. Still have plenty of skills at level 1. We should be able to solve that. next time. Goodbye.